Hello Year 2 and welcome to your reading lesson. So for the rest of this week we have got some of our cracking comprehension activities to have a go at. This first one is actually a poem. I'm sure you've enjoyed looking at the pictures there. Colour them in if you would like to. So what we're going to do first is we're going to have a read through the poem. So I'm going to read it. And then if you'd like to pause the video and read through it again yourself with me, then that would be brilliant because then you're reading at the same time and we're making sure that we've got that rhythm in a poem. So our poem is called Like an Animal and it's by Joan Poulsen. She is the poet. Okay. I snarl and snap around the park, pretend that I'm a strong, fierce shark. I jump and hop off a fallen log, pretend that I'm a bright-eyed frog. I slide zigzag beside the lake, pretend that I'm a patterned snake. I leap and spring, bound everywhere, pretend that I'm a long-legged hare. So who do you think is telling this poem, or who's reciting this poem? Is it the animals? Perhaps that's what you think it is. Or do you think it might be a child who is pretending to be those animals? Okay, so your activity that you've got to do, you're going to answer some quiz questions. So please make sure your name and the date is on it. And you are going to be looking for some rhyming words. So remember, words that rhyme have the same ending, the same sound at the end of the word. They might actually look different as a spelling, but they will rhyme with the same sound at the end of the words. When we've got our quotation marks, that means that that section of text has been taken directly from the poem. So I leap and spring, bound everywhere. Okay, so if you do want to go back and you want to have a look at the poem to then read in context, that would be a really good idea because the question that you're being asked to do is find another word that is similar to the meaning of the word bound. Question 3, you've got where does a child pretend to be a snake? I'd like a full sentence answer for that, please. And find 2 words that describe the shark. So you don't make those up. What I'd like you to do is look back in the text and find 2 words from the text that actually describe the shark. Can you remember what describing words are called? That's right, I'm sure you said adjectives there. Okay, so finish the verse. There's an extra verse there, and you will be able to fill in that last part with the name of the animal, so long as you get that rhythm of the poem. And why do you think the child was moving in so many different ways in the poem is a question that's just your idea. So what I'd like you to do now is I would like you to pause the video here whilst you have a go at the activities. And then what we will do is we will go through the answers together and you can mark your own work and then you know how you've got on. Okay, good luck. Okay, so welcome back. I presume you've had a go at those questions. So let's have a look. Question 1, write the words from the poem that rhyme with park. Well, we did have an animal there, didn't we? We had the word park and it rhymes with shark. So I'm hoping there's no incorrect spellings there. Everyone should have spelled shark correctly. The word that rhymes with log is frog. We can see log here in the second verse, and we've got frog on the last line there. So the word was frog. And then we've got lake. Yes, nice and easy. We had lake, and now we're going to rhyme that with snake. Good stuff. Question 2. I leap and spring, bound everywhere. The word bound is closest in meaning to either burn, jump, sleep, or sprint. And it's really important that we only tick one of those because we like giving ourselves our marks, don't we, down the side. And actually, if you tick more than one, then that mark becomes a 0 because I wouldn't know which one is the true answer that you've given. So the word bound is closest in meaning to jump. So jump is the correct answer. Where does the child pretend to be a snake? So the only way I'm going to find this answer out is by looking at that verse there where we've obviously got the snake at the side and reading it again. I slide zigzag beside the lake, pretend that I'm a patterned snake. So where is the place that the child was pretending to be a snake? And of course it was beside the lake. I did ask for a full sentence answer, so your answer should say something like, the child pretended to be a snake beside the lake. Full stop. Don't forget your full stops. Number 4, find 2 words that describe the shark. So we need to go to the shark verse, and we are going to look for adjectives. So the 2 adjectives that we want to describe the shark are strong and fierce. Now, some of you might have put snarl and snap, but those are not adjectives. Those are actually doing words telling us what the child is doing to pretend to be like a shark. So the 2 adjectives that I needed was strong and fierce. Question 5, finish the verse. I slither and slide, leave a silver trail. Pretend that I'm a brown-shelled snail. Well done. And how do you know which animal name to write? Well, of course, it's a word that rhymes with trail. So snail rhymes with trail, and this is a rhyming poem. And number 6, why do you think the child is moving in so many different ways in the poem? Well, that is entirely up to you. The poem is called Like an Animal, so maybe this child is exploring being like an animal. It's got a very good imagination with the way that he's moving around, even imagining what the colours are like or what the patterns are going to be like on the animals. Okay, so I'm sure you did a great job there. I look forward to seeing your work back in your pack, ready for next week. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.